It's nice to be here.
And it's been
Too long.
too long. 1982, I caught you in London. We had an interview in London Hotel.
Yes.
That was the time when the Stones were doing the concert with Jay Guy's band and
At Wembley.
Wembley,
Yes.
right?
Hello, camera. Very nice camera. How are you enjoying the British weather?
Well, it's so temperamental.
Indeed. It's worse than the rock and roll musician, I think.
The Whitesnake, you were alone then. And,
Hakuja, yeah.
yeah, you were alone then.
Yes,
right?
what was happening in '82 when we met was I was going through a management divorce.
That's right, yeah.
And I'd also become very disappointed with the way my colleagues' attitude with success was, because Whitesnake was very successful in the '80s. And we'd started to work on an album called Saints and Sinners, and I never had a full band in the studio at one time. Something was always more important, you know, like a soccer game or dinner or something on television. And to me, it's much more important to work on the music. So not only was I unhappy with the management at that time, I was very disappointed by my colleagues. So that was when I made a whole change.
But when I met you, you have apparently you had decided on the members already, right?
That was Cozy, I believe, Cozy Powell.
Yeah.
Mel
John
Galley.
Lord,
Of course, John Lord.
Yeah.
Well, I needed a good friend, you know, so, and John is a very good friend of mine.
And you came up with Sliding, was it Sliding?
I think, yes, it was a very romantically titled album. All the indications have been a long time. It's 3 years since the Slide It In album. So I'm curious to see if people have missed me as much as I've missed them.
Well, have you done any concert in other countries with this?
No concerts at all. I was very, very ill in 1986. This LP should have actually been released in March 1986, but I couldn't sing. I had a dreadful infection, and it put me out of action for all of 1986. So during that time, I found out in my private and my professional life who my friends were. And when I fortunately, after surgery, I got my voice back. I recorded the vocals in August '86. And when it was completed, I sat and looked very darkly at the people who'd taken advantage of me during my problem. So I moved them out of my life and closed the book. So at this moment in time, I'm hoping very much to be working with, well, or maybe even changing the name of Whitesnake to United Nations, because I'm working with a Dutchman, an Irishman, a Cuban, a Texan, and an Englishman. This is what I hope. I've had, all of these musicians have said to me that they would wish to work with me. There's Adrian Vandenberg, Vivian Campbell, Rudy Sarzo, and Tommy Aldridge. So that will be a strong, very strong group. But I hope the fans understand that whether I make an album with different people, you know, and I always put first-class musicians together in bands or little super groups.
What about the video?
The video is still of the night. It was the first time I've actually been on stage for over 2 years. The last concert that I made was in Rio in January '85. So it was very exciting and also very exhausting. The musicians were terrific, and they sat down and said, and I used my girlfriend in the video. She's quite a well-known American actress called Tawny Kitane, and my car, you know. So it was a lot of fun.
Have you read anywhere that the press comparing your latest album to Zeppelin?
No, well, it's flattering in one way, because Zeppelin and Deep Purple used to rule the world, you know, in the '70s. No, I'm from the same time, the same genre of music, the blues influence. You know, there's nobody else making this kind of music now. There's not a lot of people can play with this kind of power and passion. You know, there's, there's also, you must remember that Robert and I, friends as well, we come from the same kind of school of influence. I'm working with a power trio of strong drums, strong bass, and strong guitar. I mean, there's also comparisons being made to Van Halen, you know. But I mean, it's up to the people to enjoy the song. I'm a singer and a songwriter, you know, and a performer.
Right.
And this, I'm going to take that song, that particular song, Still of the Night, and have a very, very positive party with the audience in that.
Yeah. How's your daughter?
My daughter's beautiful, thank you very much. She's 8 years old now. I understand there's still a Japanese fan club for her.
Yeah?
Because many years ago, there was a picture appeared in a magazine of her wandering across naked, eating an apple while I was in a photo session. and it's a very pretty picture, very attractive. She speaks 3 languages now. She speaks English, German, and French. And I'm very proud of her.
Okay. Thank you, Dave.
My pleasure. Thank you very much indeed.